what you missed on the Eras Tour New Orleans, Night 1. New Orleans basically went out of its way to make its own Taylor Swift festival, including a gigantic friendship bracelet right outside Caesars Superdome. New Orleans made it clear that they were going to be on another level. Celebrities like Josh Hutcherson were in the audience tonight, and Gracie Abrams took the stage in a beautiful purple dress, and because she is a big gigantic Swiftie, it's most likely because today is the 14th anniversary of the stolen version of Speak Now. October has so many anniversaries for Swifties. Anyway, Gracie's set list didn't really change tonight. NOLA, you showed up for her because during I Love You, I'm Sorry, she was just like, wow, wow, wow. During her set, she talked about how this is the first time she's ever played in New Orleans, how she's had the best food of her life in the last 24 hours. So we had a little bit of an Eras Tour moment with a guitar. I'm not 100% sure what happened. She had to wait for it to be delivered to her. So she shouted out her best friend who was in the audience tonight. And so, hi Leela from all of us online. Taylor took the stage in the pink and blue bodysuit for Lover. Did not get the note change and know that I bought it. We did get the note change and not dying during Cruel Summer. And once again, she asked if any of you gorgeous people knew the words to this bridge. We got the silver blazer for the man. And she was like, well, hello, New Orleans. You're making me feel like on this fine Friday night, I get to play a show for over 65,000 people in New Orleans. Wow, she changed it up. Who knew that was possible? We got the pink guitar for Lover. Once again, talked about taking the Eras Tour in 2024 all over the world. And again, she was like, if we were going to have to end this tour, and it does have to end at some point, we're going to end it in the cities with the craziest fans. So of course, we had to come to New Orleans, Louisiana. And of course, we got the no change in Highly Suspicious. We got the short golden fringe dress for Fearless. Who's Taylor Swift anyway, you, for 22. This little girl got the 22 hat, and look at that smile. She deserved it. Cam's like ever was, oh no, baby. During her All Too Well speech, she again talked about how the Eras Tour is the longest tour of her life, and they kept adding shows because it was just so much fun. Swifties have turned it into something completely unrecognizable, creating a mass movement of joy every time there's a show, and she was very proud of all of us for that. She said, one day you guys showed up trading friendship bracelets, and I thought, oh, that's cool, and now there's a giant friendship bracelet on the stadium. Yeah, Taylor, and we'll likely do it again, whenever you tour next. After a well-deserved break. We got the Wonderstruck dress for Speak Now, gold snakes again for Reputation, so we're all in agreement that red snakes is probably retired now. Not that I'm complaining, it did a great job. We did not get any of the ad-libs in Ready for It, but New Orleans, you were very loud for 123 LGB. And of course, we got the triple note and squeak in Don't Blame Me. During Reputation, Taylor Nation also broke the fourth wall, saying all of us watching from home are in the front row tonight. Shout out to all of our streamers. Calling so much attention to us lately. What does it mean? We got the yellow butter dress again for the sister set. 2 shows in a row. That's weird. During her Betty speech, she talked about how the folklore cabin was an imaginary place she created during the pandemic. We were all looking for methods of escapism, reading books, watching TV, drinking wine, and for Taylor, also making the folklore album. She talked about writing as a narrator as opposed to dealing with her own stuff, and then shouted out James, Inez, and Betty, because Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were in attendance tonight. In her Champagne Problem speech, she of course said that she was very proud of Evermore. She talked about how Folklore and Evermore are lockdown albums. Whenever she thinks about these albums, they're filled with bittersweet memories. She'd finish a song and be excited that it was a possibility to connect with all of us, but then it'd be really melancholic because at that time we didn't know the future of concerts, didn't know if there would ever be stadium shows again. Listen, every time she says stadium, I'm just gonna clown for Reputation Stadium Tour. I don't even care if it's not an Easter egg at this point. We will be clowning. She did sing the backup vocals, and NOLA, you were so loud for the cheer. It was just over 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It was like, well, well, well. New Orleans, good job. In 1989, Taylor chose violence with a purple top, yellow skirt, yellow mic, and double green boots, which was very much giving Mardi Gras, which Taylor Nation basically confirmed. The blank space cheer was, of course, NOLA. We got the I Love You, It's Ruining My Life white set tonight for But Daddy, I Love Him. We did get the Archer pose in So High School, and we did not get Florida tonight. I'm so sorry, besties, but we had to say goodbye. But we did get the screaming Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Also, nearly every time when Yon comes out during Fortnite, the audience starts cheering really, really loudly, thinking it's Post Malone. It never is, and Taylor Nation made fun of y'all for it. Personally, I found that funny, but that's because I'm evil. Also, we got the all-white set again for I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. So many repeats tonight. We got a brand new dress for the surprise song set. It's like orange, yellow, and blue. Oh, when you bet she let the audience know she brought a new pretty dress. She really wants us paying attention to that stuff. It's a good thing we've never done that. Ever. She talked about how she's been touring to Louisiana since she was 15, so she thought it would be fun to begin by taking it back to the beginning. And on the guitar, played another debutation mashup of our song and Call It What You Want. You would not think those songs go together, but they do. It was amazing. Then on the piano, she played a mashup of The Black Dog and Haunted. Happy Birthday, Speak Now. At the end, she added a bunch of new notes for Haunted, and that was really pretty. You're gonna wanna watch all the POVs. I'm fairly certain we got the powder blue shirt for Lavender Haze. It's just really hard to tell now. Is this iridescent? Is this powder blue? Taylor, what is going on? Some clarity would be nice. If you were there, can you let us know in the comments? We got the chevron bodysuit for Midnight Rain, and for except when I'm on TV, she like threw a football. It was very cute. We got the multicolored jacket for Karma. Unfortunately, today it was Karma is the guy on the screen. And that's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour New Orleans Night 1. I will see you again tomorrow for Night 2. Here's what you missed on the Eras Tour New Orleans Night 2. Gracie Abrams took the stage and did a fabulous job. She talked about how performing on the Eras Tour is like one of the greatest things she's ever done, and how growing up, Taylor Swift was basically the soundtrack of her life, and how now she gets to perform Us, a song she wrote with Taylor, as a duet with all Swifties in the audience, and it's just like a dream. And she actually had to restart Close to You because there was an audio mix-up that cut out just before the chorus. She was like, oh, that's not embarrassing. But she handled it like a pro and just restarted, and we were all good. Who doesn't love a good Eras Tour moment? Taylor took the stage in the all-pink bodysuit for Lover. He did not get any of the ad-libs in Cruel Summer. She was sounding a little hoarse tonight. I don't know if she was a little sick or maybe just her voice was a little tired from last night. Don't worry too much, the show still slapped. We, of course, got the pink blazer for the man, and she was like, well, hello, New Orleans. You're making me feel like on this fine Saturday night, I get to perform a sold-out show for over 65,000 people in New Orleans. We got the pink guitar for Lover. During her Lover speech, she again talked about taking the Eras Tour all over the world, and how when she was planning how her year would go, she knew that they had to end the Eras Tour in a few select cities that were passionate, generous, and crazy. So, of course, the Eras Tour crew came to New Orleans. We did get the no change in Highly Suspicious, like usual. We got the frozen noodle dress for Fearless. I Knew You Were Trouble for 22. This legend got the 22 hat. Look at this kid. Friendship bracelets, necklace, Eras Tour shirt, and glitter. Love it. Cam's Like Ever was ain't gonna happen. During her All Too Well speech, she once again talked about how this is the longest tour of her life, and that's entirely by choice, and she can't thank everyone enough for what we've turned the tour into. She talked about writing You're On Your Own Kid with the line, make the friendship bracelets, and she showed up at the tour, and we're making friendship bracelets and trading them and making new friends. Now there's a big giant one outside the stadium here in New Orleans. She said we've all turned this tour into a magnificent display of joy, and again, she can't thank everyone enough. She talked about how she's been touring since she was 15, how the Eras Tour is a combination of old memories and new ones, and how it's like you were at the Red Tour because you just kind of saw it. As somebody who did not have the privilege of going to the Red Tour, Mother said I've been now, so that counts in my head. We got the teal dress for Speak Now. It was the regal gold snakes for Reputation. We did not get any ad-libs and ready for it. Mama's voice was tired. One day we'll get them back. NOLA, you were so loud for 123 LGB. Good job. Remember half a second ago when I said Mother's voice was tired? Well, and don't blame me, instead of the triple note, we got kind of a double note with an extra little squeak. And then she threw in a few extra little squeaks. I'm not gonna lie. Sounded great. We got the berry dress tonight for the sister set. During her Betty speech, she talked about how the folklore cinematic universe was something she made up in her head. So, folklore cinematic universe confirmed. She again talked about writing autobiographical and then switching to more of a narrator. Dear Diary, I felt a feeling for 4 seconds. Here's a song or album about it. Then she was like, maybe all these characters can have all this drama. Make sure you're following because we will be clowning about this incessantly. In her Champagne Problem speech, she did say she was very proud of Evermore. And then she talked about how Folklore and Evermore were released just a couple months apart. She made the 2 albums. Why are we still talking about the number 2? I literally never want to see the number 2 after 2024 ever again. Is it a clown moment? I don't know. That's why you need to follow because we'll find out. She again talked about not knowing the future of concerts, especially not stadium shows. And we're all kind enough to fill those up for them. Yep, Taylor, and we will do it again. She did sing the backup vocals, and the cheer time was just about 2.5 minutes. New Orleans, you were very loud tonight. Like, really loud. Good job. For 1989, we got the all-yellow set, including the shoes and the microphone. Gelsenkirchen Night 1, you have been summoned. And the blank space cheer was, of course, NOLA. We got a little bit of a note change in blank space. Of her ad-libs towards the end. It was small, but it was pretty. It was the Who's Afraid of Little Old Me black set tonight for But Daddy I Love Him. And of course, we got the Archer pose in So High School. And the Scream in Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. And for Fortnite, we got Yawn. Like we usually do. Not Post Malone. But it will be funny if he gets on stage one day. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, we got the golden black set tonight, which I'm fairly certain has been like forever since we last saw. And we were so close to getting all gold. So close, Taylor. Enough with the gatekeeping. The surprise song set, absolutely nothing unhinged happened. I'm lying. Sabrina Carpenter was on stage tonight. By the way, we got the orange dress tonight, so you knew it was going to be crazy. Taylor said, you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight, and then started singing Espresso. And then she just like stopped and called Sabrina Carpenter on the phone on stage. And then they played a mashup of Espresso, Is It Over Now, and Please, Please, Please. Taylor was like, can I do the thing? Can I do the thing? And then, of course, saying, I'm working late because I'm a singer. It was insane. She talked about how Sabrina's career just took off after the Eras Tour from when she was an opener at the beginning of this year. And it was just absolutely amazing. Watch every POV. And then on the piano, she played a mashup of Hits Different and Welcome to New York. And it was everything. For Lavender Haze, we got the newer lavender shirt or whatever we're calling this. I don't know, but this is the one we got. We got the Moonstone bodysuit for Midnight Rain. For except when I'm on TV, she did this and said touchdown. And today during Bejeweled, during Cam's dance break, he just got the zoomies and started running up and down the stage. Taylor lost it and was laughing trying to sing the rest of the song. It was so funny. We got the magenta jacket for Karma. Because Karma is the guy on the screen. And that's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour New Orleans Night 2. I will see you again tomorrow for the third and final night. Here's what you missed on the Eras Tour New Orleans Night 3. Gracie Abrams opened the show again and absolutely crushed it. She talked about how overwhelmed with gratitude she is to be closing out the Eras Tour with Taylor, who happens to put on the greatest show that has ever existed, and how this was her first weekend ever playing in New Orleans and you guys set the bar so high. It's true because you were also very, very loud for Sorry during 21. New Orleans really said we will be remembered. Taylor took the stage in the purple tassel bodysuit for Lover. We did not get the note change and know that I bought it, but we did get the note change and Not Dying. We of course got the purplish bluish blazer for the man. And very suspiciously, she was like, doesn't my outfit look very New Orleans? Why is she calling so much attention to her outfits? What are we missing? What is she planning? I can't believe the clown nose is already on and we're only at the man. I did say tonight you're making me feel like we get to play a show, a sold out show for 65,000 people in New Orleans. We of course got the purple guitar for Lover. During her Lover speech, she talked about how moved she was, the way New Orleans embraced the Eras Tour. She said thank you to the city, and also how everyone on the Eras Tour was saving their best energy for night 3. All of you who don't care if you've got school or you've got work tomorrow, we're all here to have an awesome time. And we did get the note change and Highly Suspicious like usual. The silver noodle dress returned for Fearless, and New Orleans, you were very loud for You Belong With Me, as you should be. There was a lot going on at the moment for 22. This cute kid got the 22 hat. Look at that pretty dress. She deserves it. Cam's like ever was, she said what she said. Yes, she did. During her All Too Well speech, she once again talked about this being the longest tour of her life. No one's making her do that, and she just kept adding shows because the show was so much fun. She said, you guys have made it so special, creating traditions and trading friendship bracelets. She just wrote that one lyric, make the friendship bracelets, and then we did. And now there's a big friendship bracelet on the outside of the stadium. She said, you guys, you did that. She also talked about how cool it is that we take over each city and fill it with just joy and kindness. Don't worry, Taylor, when you inevitably tour again, we'll probably do something similar. We got the Everything Bagel / champagne dress for Speak Now. It was good to see it again. It was Gold Snakes, of course, for Reputation. Did not get any of the ad-libs and ready for it. I think we're just gonna have to let those go. But New Orleans, you were once again very loud for 123 LGB. Good job. Mother's voice was much better tonight, so of course we got the triple note and squeak and Don't Blame Me. We got the green dress for the sister set. Betty's speech was pretty by the book. She started writing folklore 2 days into the pandemic, during a time when we all needed to escape from reality, in TV shows, movies, or drinking a lot of wine, and how Folklore was the first album where she didn't write every single song from the perspective of a narrator. And this is one of those songs about a girl named Betty. That's it. During her Champagne Problem speech, she once again said that she was very proud of Evermore, and that Folklore and Evermore were both pandemic albums, and how when she would finish a song, she'd be really happy and excited because she'd get to connect with us, but she'd also be really sad because we didn't know the future of concerts, and again, it was very by the book. That's it. She did sing the backup vocals, of course. And New Orleans, you certainly went out with a bang with the Champagne Problems cheer, because it was just under 4 minutes. It was like 3 minutes and 45 seconds-ish. You guys just kept chanting, Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. Even Mother said that might have been the most amount of love she's ever received in that stadium. Good job. 1989, Mother was once again unhinged with the blue top, purple skirt, pink shoes, and blue microphone, which was very much giving Welcome to New York 1989 World Tour. I cannot believe we have to track these shoes now. The blank space cheer was once again NOLA. It was the Ruining My Life black set for But Daddy I Love Him. You know we got the Archer pose for So High School. Of course, we got the Who's Afraid of Little Old Me scream. There was an Eras tour during Who's Afraid of Little Old Me where the Roomba thing stopped working. She was such a pro that it was hard to even notice that something went wrong. Basically what happened is she usually finishes the song on the Roomba thing going back to the center stage. She didn't do that. She basically just walked back in character and then basically performed down bad just on the ground. It was kind of fun to see it a different way. But yeah, that's going in the Eras Tour compilations. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, we got the black set and silver jacket. No, not all graphite, but anytime she wants to bring that one back, that's fine too. Or again, the all gold outfit that we know exists. Where is it, Taylor? We got the Supernova dress, I think is what we're calling this for the surprise song set. Just before she started singing, she goes, I can't remember the last time I played this, but on the guitar, she played a mashup of Afterglow and Dress. Let me tell you, vocals and new notes throughout the whole thing, it was beautiful. So the final lyric of that mashup was, only bought this dress so you could take it off and meet me in the afterglow. I love everything about that. For her piano mashup, she talked about how today is the 10-year anniversary of 1989, a decade of 1989. She's still so proud of that record. Then on the piano, she played a mashup of How You Get the Girl and Clean. And she, again, served a lot of different vocals. And we got a few lyric changes, actually. Just because you're clean don't mean you don't miss him. And that's how it works, that's how you get me. It was everything. Happy birthday, 1989. We got the dark purple shirt for Lavender Haze. The Rorschach cutout returned for Midnight Rain. For Midnight Rain, she did what Travis usually does when he gets a first down, which is something like super cute. We got the blue jacket for Karma, and we did get Karma as the guy on the Chiefs tonight for sure. Congratulations, Travis, on that touchdown. And that's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour New Orleans Night 3. I will see you again on Friday for the Eras Tour Indianapolis.